Most people would like to be a little more effective at persuading others to take action, but it can be tricky, especially when there's a delay between someone saying yes and the point in the future when the agreed upon action will be carried out. Fortunately, persuasion scientists have uncovered a number of small and often ignored strategies that can make big differences to whether people will follow through on their commitments. One strategy is to have people form a specific plan for where, when, and how they will go about carrying out the task they've committed to. These specific plans are called implementation intentions. Here's an example from a series of studies conducted by researchers David Nickerson and Todd Rogers. During the 2008 U.S. presidential primary, registered voters were called by researchers using one of three scripts that differed in small ways. The first script simply reminded people that voting is an important responsibility for citizens to undertake. The second script was the same as the first, with the addition of a question asking whether the person intended to vote. The third script was the same as the first script, except this time 3 follow-up questions were asked that encouraged those who intended to vote to create a voting plan on the spot. The questions were, what time will you vote? Where will you be coming from? And what will you be doing beforehand? As in any good study, there was a control condition of voters who weren't contacted by the researchers at all. The results clearly showed that the most effective script was the one that included the 3 follow-up questions, which increased turnout by an average of 4 percentage points and by 9 percentage points in households occupied by a single voter. That's a pretty big difference for such a small change in approach. It's the type of change that we call a small big. In this case, the change in approach involved asking people to visualize a few concrete intended steps instead of a broad, general one. In our book, The Small Big, you can learn more about over 50 other small changes that can bring about big differences in your ability to influence and persuade others. What's more, unlike the prospective voters in the study, there's no inconvenient time delay. A simple click on the link of your chosen online bookstore after watching this animation will get you access to dozens of ways to be more influential at work, at home, and beyond. Because when it comes to influencing and persuading others, small is very much the new big.